Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube. Today's video was supposed to be a interview with Jose, but I decided that I'm going to push that to tomorrow. And today's going to be a video on another deck that I'm a little bit infatuated with. This is a pet deck, probably more of a fun deck than an actual competitive deck. I'm going to start with that disclaimer. So this deck I don't think can be super competitively viable, but I think if you took it to a League Cup or a League Challenge or your locals, you'd have a lot of fun with it, because I've been kind of experimenting with it, touring around, having a lot of fun myself. So the deck is a little bit of a concept that you guys may have seen do well over in Japan that people have kind of died down, stopped talking about. It's Gengar Omastar. And the combo is pretty much like the old Poltergeist combo, but a lot weaker of an item lock. But we did get the card that made it so powerful, Surprise Box. So I'll kind of explain the deck a little bit of my tech choices in it, because it's a little bit weirder than normal. And yeah, let's get this underway. So Omastar has Fossil Bind. As long as you have fewer Pokemon to play than your opponent, they can't play any item cards from their hand. So basically, it's a soft item lock that doesn't do great against fire decks, because they only need like one Reshizard, and then they can just Welder to it, and all of a sudden you can't do anything if they just flint away their items. So fire's not a great matchup, but Omastar, it goes from Unidentified Fossil, which you need to get on the first turn. That's why there's 4 of them in the deck, and there's 3 Omastars because you need to be able to find that combo. There's 4 Gengar Mimikyu, because it is the best opener and is your only opener, and you need to be able to get 2 into play pretty early and set them up as one's getting damaged. And it has attack Poltergeist. For 2 Psychic Energies, your opponent reveals their hand. Its attack does 50 times the number of each trainer you find there. Its GX attack is the best GX attack to set up your board, because you're going to use it on turn 1 almost every single time. Horror House GX, 1 Psychic, they can't play any cards from their hand. If they have 1 extra Psychic, we both drop to 7. You don't normally get the second effect off as much as you'd like to, but if you need to take another turn to set up the Omastar, it's probably best. There's 4 Acro Bikes in the deck, because I think Acro Bike is really good at just getting through your deck, getting rid of some of the dead cards, and just making sure you don't brick in the early game, because once you get the lockup, ideally you're doing what you need to do. Energy Spinner is a free energy card that you can find off of Bill's Analysis or Greens, and it's also 3 energies if you go second, which is really good. There's 4 Pokégear. We have a bunch of options in our deck, so it lets us find an option. 4 Rare Candy, we need to be able to get the lockup as soon as possible. Here's the card that makes the deck so fun, a Surprise Box. Put a card from your opponent's discard pile into their hand. So I can just be like, item card into your hand, item card into your hand, Poltergeist for a lot of damage. There's 4 Ultra Balls. There's 2 Power Plants. It's mostly a counter stadium, as well as saying that the Pokemon GX and EX in play have no abilities. So something like a Lillie, something like a Dedenne to discard their hand, something like Zorora for the free retreat, all get kind of shut out by that. There's 3 Bill's Analysis. Look at the top 7 cards. You may reveal up to 2 trainer cards you find there. Put them in your hand. Going Bills and hitting into a Candy Ultra Ball is ideal. Or turn 1 Bills into a Fossil is good. Green's Exploration is really good until you can get the Omastar lock set up. Then it's a dead card. You want to get the Green's Exploration off as soon as possible. Find your 2 trainer cards. Usually like an Identified Fossil turn 1, plus an Energy Spinner to set up. And if you have another Greens turn 2, you get the Candy Ultra Ball, and you can set up perfectly. There are 3 Guzma in the deck, because you need to be able to like pull stuff up and smack it. This is a card I'm trying out, because Reshizard has been a little bit tough for me. I've tested maybe like 10, 15 games, probably. Somewhere in between 15 and 20 games. And Reshizard and fire stuff has been very tough for me. So if you can use Koga's Trap, you can confuse and poison the active Pokemon, forcing them to have a way to get out of the active. If not, they eat a lot of damage. And the 10 damage poison take actually helps a lot with math. There's 4 Lillie. Ideally, turn 1, you want to be finding Lillie to get yourself the energy, the fossil, the setup for the following turn. There's 2 Choice Bands, because the damage feels like it's a little bit needed. So let's jump into a game before we do anything else. I have a lot of other decks built. I'm trying some stuff out. I was planning on streaming today, for those of you who are watching this video instead of watching my stream. Well, this video is out tomorrow, guys. I was planning on streaming yesterday on Tuesday, but there was maintenance going on, and I had some coaching and stuff I had to take care of. So, okay, this hand's really bad, because I've got 3 Guzmas in it. So I might be at the mercy of this Bill's Analysis. Well, there is a mulligan. Oh, what? 3 treasure, 2 switch. There's switch in his deck, so Koga's trap isn't as effective. Strange deck. Okay. We'll take the mull. We need the mull. Candy's good. Ultra. Malamar? This matchup's probably really bad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a world where Malamar is a good matchup for us. Well, I mean, I guess I have to bench a bunch of Inkays, so they have to keep play items. But they can play a ton of items out turn 1 and just set themselves up to not lose, I guess. I'm going to have to Whorehouse for sure. But I need to hit the energy. Ideally, I want to Pokégear into a greens, I think. I'm going to hold the surprise box. Okay, we got our energy. So we have a chance to Pokégear into a greens. If we don't hit the greens, we have the bills. And the Viridian's really, really good for us already because I don't need to worry about Guzma anything on his bench. I want to kill this Ultra Necrozma. He's just playing a ton of items down. He just doesn't want to deal, I think, next turn. Yeah, I'm not going to kill him next turn. So I don't know why he's playing so scared and just pitching items. He's grabbing a Jirachi. Oh, he's just benching stuff. I don't think he understands what I'm playing. I mean, he sees the Gengar. It's not tough. And there's the greens, which is really nice. Let's grab ourselves a surprise box and a fossil. Because I'm going to go ahead and fossil here. Pitch one of the Guzmas with Viridian. And then attach. Then we're going to go ahead and Whorehouse here. And this way, I guaranteed put 2 more items back into his hand. I'll probably put the Nest Ball and the Ultra Ball back into his hand. He can't play any items. Maybe there's 2 in there. We should be okay, I think. There's an energy for turn. We gotta hit the bills. There's the Ultra. There's the greens. I don't need greens anymore. Greens. I'll get the greens just to discard it. We don't need another Guzma, I think. So we're just gonna pitch. We got the turn 2 Omastar lockup. We've got a turn 2 double surprise box also, and I know he can't discard these cards because he doesn't have, he does not have a way to get less Pokemon than I do in play. So we're just going to do this, put these cards back in his hand, and we're going to go ahead and Poltergeist and see what he's got shown for us. 1, 2, 3. So he's got a Guzma. And I've got a Guzma, which is nice. But he can't play that Nest Ball. So if he Guzmas and tries to set up this Ultra Necrozma, I can Guzma and bring it back up. He's seen me discard 2 Guzma, which is kind of funny. So he's probably going to evolve a Guzma and then Jirachi to try to do stuff here. I'd like to bounce the Viridian Forest, I think, with the Power Plant. Because it could potentially pose a threat to me coming up. So I think this Pokégear has to kind of fetch me something, or, I mean, I will be taking 2 prizes coming up if he Guzmas. If he doesn't Guzma, I take 2 prizes anyway. So it's a win-win situation for me. I don't know why I waited so long to record this video. I should have done it way earlier. He's benched another Pokemon, making my life easier. I think he's just going to attack here. Maybe he just attaches to the bench, tries to attack me with something else next turn. A very optimistic move considering I know there's an Ultra Ball in his hand. And a Guzma. We got a Lillie. Let's Lillie first in case we want to Ultra Ball set up another Gengar Mimikyu. Gengar Q. Acro. Keep the Lillie. Ultra Ball these 2 away. I want to get rid of this Viridian. This Viridian's actually really annoying because he can keep pitching items. But I need the Power Plant. So we're going to get the Spinner. We're going to attach the energy. We're going to set up for another Gengar Mimikyu next turn. We're going to Poltergeist. There's 3 items sitting in his hand: a Switch, a Guzma, and Ultra Ball. He can Guzma the following turn to kind of put us off rhythm if he hits a Pokemon. There's 2 bills that we just pulled off the prizes. Oh my gosh, that's pretty good actually. In case if he doesn't do anything, he's going to pitch another item with this turn here, and then he's going to Guzma. And if he only has 1 item in hand, I might not be able to score a knockout, which is a little bit annoying. But if he Stellar Wishes and grabs a card, that's also going to be very strange to me. Because there shouldn't really be anything I think he needs. Oh, he's getting a Cynthia. Okay, he's going to go shuffle 6 and try to roll the dice, maybe? I think my opponent's feeling a little bit ballsy. There's the Guzma. Okay, so I know he's going to go for that play. And the Hypnosis is about to come down. And I think, in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and... Did he use the Viridian? I don't think he did. I'm going to go ahead and return the Guzma onto this Malamar with the damaged one. Because I don't think I mind if he dies. I want to pitch the Pokégear. We've got 2 boxes, 2 Koga's traps. We're okay. For example, in this instance, if I Koga's traps a Jirachi and hit 1 item, it would still lead to a knockout. So now we're even on stuff, so he can actually use items. So he can try to set up a Ultra Necrozma, and that's why I killed the Malamar. Because when he goes even, now it's a little bit scary for me. So I have to kind of hope he doesn't murk me here. Okay, Cynthia comes out. Our opponent is pretty much banking it on this. I think he should have... I don't think my opponent realized that he could have Ultra Balled 2 cards away, grabbed himself the Ultra Necrozma to start. Because we are even, he can play items. So I don't think he realizes that he could have made that play and gotten himself the attacker that he needs. Because I've left myself very vulnerable in a uncharacteristic misplay on my part. I should have just used the other Gengar Mimikyu. And there probably would have been no way that I get knocked out here. But if he gets everything he needs here, there's a chance that I just get knocked out. Because he could get a Malamar set up and swing into me. Or he could get a Dawnwing's Necrozma this turn and GX me. Which could be really unfortunate. Because I don't have any Guzmas left. So I would have to feed him, either let him hit into my Gengar Mimikyu for 120, which sets him up into a Giratina knockout the coming turns, or I have to feed him the Omastar. Both of which I don't necessarily want to do. So he's setting up, getting a Malamar. He's got the Tina in the discard. He's going to get this bad boy going in a second. Okay. He's just putting energies on Malamar. Interesting. Very interesting plan. He's just going to use a switch. He probably has no items in hand. So I think that's where he's getting the confidence to make this play. There's an energy attachment for turn, so he's got one card in hand, meaning unless I hit Surprise Box, I can't one-shot him. That's one Surprise Box. We're gonna Acro start. I'm gonna get myself a fresh Gengar Mimikyu, I think. There's a second Surprise Box. I think Choice Band's gonna be irrelevant for the rest of the game. I'm just getting a card so I can Viridian it, I think. I think at this point in the game, I don't mind having the ability lock broken. Or item lock broken. No, we're just going to do this. We're just going to take the one shot here and let him take the 3 prizes, I think. I don't want to put these cards back into his hand because they are discard effects. I'll give him the choice. I'll give him a Cynthia. I'll give him a draw supporter for the following turn. I'm a merciful god. Last card in his hand was a Beast Energy. Okay. So he didn't have a supporter. Oops. Oh, there surely was a better option. Oh, well. He's going to be able to play out all these cards, so I think there's a chance I just lose the game. Because I never... he can just use one Jirachi plus one Giratina plus one Malamar and just set it up in that fashion and just kind of run through me. Which is unfortunate if that does happen, but... So there's a Nest Ball, there's a Cynthia, there's a Choice Band, there's a Beast Energy. So he's going to Nest Ball and put the Beast Energy on it. Okay. It's very reasonable. He's playing out a ton of cards. He's got the knockout for sure. There's a high chance I don't have the return knockout. But I do know he'll be taking 3 prizes. So if he has any items left in his hand, benching this could have been a mistake now. It's okay. That's fine. He's going to be able to play some items out of his hand, but he will take 3 prizes. So as long as he's got 1 in there at least, he's going to Viridian away. So that's probably one of the unplayables that he had. $20, $100, $130, $160. And a Photon Geyser comes out. We see 3 prizes going to be drawn here. Not being able to bounce this Viridian all game has been probably the bane of my existence this game. Let's Viridian this Unidentified Fossil away. I need to get the Power Plant, I think, or the Koga's Trap. I can't get the Koga's Trap, so I need to get the Power Plant. Lillie for 4 seems like my best option. Nothing there, and let's see what we got. What we're working with. 1, 2, 3. He actually does have game in his hand, so I do lose this one. My opponent had game if he Guzma'd my bench dude, because he had the energy on Jirachi, and he can attach from hand, and he had 1 Dynamotor or Psychic Recharge. He still has it, but he just did it in a more complicated manner. Because he can put all that down. Well, not... No! No, he doesn't. Because if he puts the Ultra Necrozma down now, he can't use Choice Band. So he doesn't have game, but he will have it in the coming turn. Because he will still have the Guzma in his hand. He's going to Viridian away another card that will hurt him. So the Choice Band will probably be something he Viridians away here. He knows I can't take the knockout here. I mean, there's nothing much I can do here about this. I think my best bet is to hope he doesn't have it in hand. I mean, he has the Guzma, so we're just going to play what we can and hope for the best. Yeah, Guzma Choice Band. We knew those two cards were already in there. We knew the rest of the contents of his hand. So he does still have the game with the Guzma. Surprised why he didn't do it the previous turn, but he does have it this turn. Yep. And that is the game. What? He wanted to style on me. That's okay. That's fine. I'll let him style on me. But thank you guys for watching the video. That is a fun deck. Again, surprisebox.deck. It's not competitive by any means, but it's a fun deck, and it's something I wanted to put out. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Come check out my Twitch streams. I'm going to be Twitch streaming pretty much every day from now on. So come check it out. And if you enjoy the content, tell your friends. Thank you so much.